The first time I met Sebastian Kane, he told me straight to my face that love was for people with nothing better to do. The second time, he kissed me like he owned meaned I hated that I didn't hate it. I was 26, barely hanging on to my dream of making it big in New York's cutthroat music industry, when my manager cornered me in her office and dropped the bomb. Eli, if you don't fix your image, you're done. I'm talking scandal-free, boyfriend in a suit, perfect headlines. Boyfriend. Except she didn't mean any boyfriend. She meant Sebastian Kane, the ice-cold, infuriatingly gorgeous, and ridiculously famous son of one of the biggest media moguls in America. It was supposed to be simple, a deal, a few staged dates, smiles for the cameras, keep the rumors about my messy breakup with my drummer ex from killing my album release. But from the second I stepped into Sebastian's penthouse, I knew I was in over my head. He wasn't warm. He wasn't kind. He wasn't even trying to hide the fact that he thought this whole arrangement was beneath him. And yet, there was something in the way he watched me like he was cataloging every breath, every twitch of my fingers that made my stomach knot. You don't have to like me, I told him that first night. Oh, good, he replied smoothly, pouring himself a glass of scotch. Because I don't. The man was a fortress cold glass, high walls, and shadows in every corner. And maybe, just maybe, I wanted to know what was hiding inside. The first week was hell. Sebastian had rules. No touching in private, no talking unless necessary, and definitely no sharing personal details. But in public, he played the role so convincingly that I almost believed him myself, his hand on my lower back, the subtle brush of his fingers when he passed me a glass of wine, the way he leaned in close during interviews as if we were sharing secrets. At the charity gala in Manhattan, flashbulbs exploded as we stepped out of the limo. Sebastian's hand slid around my waist like it had been there 1,000 times. I almost forgot to breathe. Smile, he murmured, his lips grazing my ear. You're enjoying this way too much, I muttered back, but my pulse was doing things I didn't want to name. By the end of the night, after hours of fake laughter and champagne, he loosened his tie and sank into the leather seat of his town car. I expected silence. Instead, he said quietly, "You're better at this than I thought." Pretending? I asked. Making me look likable. It was the first crack in his armor. Small, but enough to make me wonder. A month in, I learned that Sebastian worked insane hours running his father's media empire's West Coast branch. I also learned that he never went home for Christmas. "It's just another day," he shrugged when I asked. "Not if you have someone to spend it with," I said before I could stop myself. His eyes met mine for a fraction of a second, something raw flashing there before it disappeared. We started breaking his rules without meaning to. Dinner at his place stretched late into the night. We shared music, him surprising me with a love for old Springsteen vinyl, me making him listen to the rough cut of my new single. One night, after too much wine, I found him on the balcony, city lights reflecting in his eyes. "Why do you hate love so much?" I asked. He didn't look at me when he answered. "Because it's a currency. People trade it for power, security, attention. I've never seen it given without expecting something back." I wanted to tell him he was wrong, that not everyone was like that. But the way he said "it quiet" certain made me realize this wasn't cynicism. It was a scar. The turning point came in Los Angeles. We were attending a music award show where I was performing, and Sebastian was there to keep my public image polished. Backstage, I overheard my ex, Matt, talking to a journalist, hinting that I'd used him for fame. Before I could react, Sebastian was there, an arm around my waist, a smile sharp enough to cut glass. "Funny," he said to the reporter. "Considering Eli's been with me for months, maybe you should check your sources." Matt scoffed. "Oh, please, this thing is fake." Sebastian kissed me, hard, in front of the cameras. It was supposed to be a performance. But the moment his lips touched mine, the world narrowed to just us. Heat, breath, the faint tremble in his hand where it held my jaw. When he pulled back, his eyes were dark, searching mine like he was asking a question neither of us had the courage to say out loud. We didn't talk about the kiss for days. Instead, We kept playing our parts only now. Every touch lingered a heartbeat too long. Every look felt like it carried a hidden confession. Then came the storm. A gossip site leaked our contract photos of the signed agreement, proof that our relationship had started as a publicity stunt. My fan base exploded. His company's board demanded answers. I went to his apartment, ready to take the blame. "I'll say it was all me," I told him. "You didn't want this." I did. For the first time, Sebastian looked genuinely angry. "You think I'm going to let you burn for this alone?" he asked, stepping closer. "This was supposed to protect you," I said. "Not ruin you." He shook his head. "Eli, somewhere along the way, it stopped being about protection." My heart stuttered. "What does that mean?" "It means I don't know how to do this if you're not here." We faced the fallout together. In interviews, Sebastian admitted the truth about how it started but also the truth about how it changed. He told the press that somewhere in the staged smiles and fake dates, it had become real. It was terrifying, watching him strip away that armor in front of the world. But he never looked away from me once. The night after the final interview, we sat on his balcony again, the city stretching out below us. "You still think love is a currency?" I asked. He smiled faintly. "No, but it's still the most expensive thing I've ever bought into." I leaned into him, his arm pulling me close. "You didn't buy it, Sebastian," I whispered. "You earned it." He kissed me then, not for the cameras, not for the headlines, just for us. And this time, I kissed him back like I'd been waiting my whole life. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos.